Indeed, that was one of the questions, one of the first questions posed at this media briefing is that what is SANCO's view on the matter? The South African National Civics Organization and the one of the representatives here, Nomagugu Simelane, the ANC KZN deputy chairperson, saying, well, that is for SANCO to decide. They will have their own press briefing where they will explain what their view is according to their own guidelines. So no actual SANCO person coming to the fore here to say what is going to happen there, because SANCO is an alliance partner of the ANC. Like you rightly mentioned, the former president is the chairperson of its KwaZulu-Natal branch, having been elected earlier this year. Then the party, or that executive leadership, was disbanded, and very recently he was again elected as the KZN chairperson. But SANCO was seated here as an alliance partner and part of the mass democratic movement, where the ANC KZN provincial secretary Bekem Tolo telling the panel of journalists that this was in fact gross ill discipline, the move by the former president to publicly support another political party. He said it's the first time in the history of the ANC that a former leader has publicly announced this decision, and they do say that they are quite disappointed with this. There was a question posed to the panel here about whether or not they call for the expulsion of the former president. Bekem Tolo again not giving a direct answer, instead giving a sort of an anecdote about how ultimately they know that the former president is supporting another person, but another political party, but he won't be happy there. He has, of course, been with the ANC for over 64 years of his life, and it will be quite difficult for him to start a new political venture. And then going on to say that they are actually receiving more ANC members and they are gaining more support. This was, of course, after a question as well about concern of whether or not the ANC is worried that they might lose their electoral support in the run-up to the 2024 election, because of course, we know that Zuma has a strong support base here in KwaZulu-Natal. This is his home province, and of course, the concern is that this move will now take those voters, that support base, to the newly registered Umkhonto we Sizwe. There was, of course, a debate about the party itself, with the ANC in KwaZulu-Natal stating categorically that this is not a wing of the ANC. It's a newly registered party that is created to look like the ANC's Umkhonto we Sizwe, where, of course, we just heard that bite as well, to ultimately woo ANC members to vote for them. They say that they do not regret the support they've had for the former president. One of the leaders here going on to say that in the past years they often go to elders to seek guidance with regards to any matters, and indeed the former president Jacob Zuma was one of those who they sought guidance from, and they say they do not regret that. They believe that his remarks about the ANC being a collaborator of apartheid was perhaps a slip of the tongue. They believe he might have spoken in anger, and they did say that many former leaders of the party have been criticized over the past years by members of the party